Hello my beautiful babes out there, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, thank you so much for watching today. In today's video, I am going to finally be playing with the It's Freakin Bats palette from Shroud Cosmetics. This was their collaboration with Beautbean. She is an amazing makeup artist and YouTuber, and I just love the makeup look she created. So she collabed with Shroud and created this beautiful palette. So I'm just so happy to finally have it here because it did take a really long time to get to me. So if you are interested in seeing some swatches, seeing a look, as well as my thoughts on whether it was worth the wait or not, then keep on watching. Alright loves, I hope everyone is doing well. I hope you had a wonderful Easter. If you do celebrate Easter, I had an amazing time with my love. We went to a vineyard, we had brunch, we walked around, we drank wine. It was a wonderful day, so I do hope yours was wonderful as well. So let's just crack into this palette. So Shroud Cosmetics is a very small indie brand. From what I read, it originally was just a one-woman show, and she had gotten so many orders for this palette, more than I guess she could handle, so it got severely delayed. It took 5 months for me to receive this. I am happy to finally have it, but I was not expecting it to take that long. But I don't think she was expecting the launch to go so well. I mean, a lot of people love Beautbean, but Shroud is still very small, so it was a lot for her. But I think she's expanded. I think she hired an employee, got a facility, a pressing machine, because she was hand pressing these all on her own. So hopefully that means in the future things will be produced faster, and like future launches will go well and much better than this one did. And I think she's still working on orders for this. This does retail for $35, and it's not available right now. Her site is closed, so I think she's trying to finish all the orders, and then eventually the site will come back up. And they did mention that they were going to restock this, and that this would be available as long as the demand was there for it. So hopefully if you didn't pick it up, you'll be able to get a chance to get it in the future. So this is what it looks like up close. This is $35. It's a 9-pan palette. It was released in October of last year, so the Halloween theme. And then it says Hello Friends in the back, and that's her normal saying, Beautbean. Whenever she gets on her YouTube videos, it's the first thing she says. This is what it looks like inside. There is a mirror, and look at these shades. They're so pretty. I will leave Beautbean's launch video below if you want to see why she created the palette the way she did, the inspiration, the background of the names and everything, because she can definitely give you more information than I could, because it's her creation. So I thought I would do some live swatches since there's only 9 shades and I haven't done that in a while, and then we'll go into the look. So we have Handbook, which is this chartreusey green metallic. There's Spooky, which is like a blurple matte, and then there's Apparition, which is like a shifty, like lavender shade. So we have Handbook. Ooh, that's a beautiful metallic chartreuse. Then I think this one was named Spooky, which is a nice little blurple shade. And then we have Apparition, which is that like kind of lavender duochrome. It looks like it has like a white gold shift to this. We have Adams, which hence Adams Family. I believe that's where she got it. And then there's Sam. I feel like that was from Hocus Pocus. And then we have Trappa. So we got Adams, which is this like deep teal matte. Ooh, that swatched really nicely. And then Sam, which is like a kind of minty metallic, like a minty cool tone, maybe taupey. No, it's definitely more of like a mint metallic. And then Trappa, which is like that limey green matte. Ooh, that swatched beautifully. So then we have Zero, which is also a lavendery shade, but it seems like it's more cool tone. That one is a little bit more pink to it. Then we have Dairy, which is like a blackened purple. And then we have Grim, which is like a deep teal metallic. So let's go with Zero. Ooh, that is a beautiful lavender shade. See how this one is like maybe more blue tone and that one's more pink? Very pretty. Then there's Dairy, which is that blackened purple matte. And then the last one is Grim, which is that teal metallic shade. That is really pretty shades. Let me get close so you guys can see it. Okay, so that was all the swatches. They feel really nice. The metallics feel really creamy. The mattes feel really soft and like satin-like. But we'll have to see how they perform in the eye. So let's just get into this look. Okay, so I got you zoomed in. I did prime my eyes with the MAC Paint Jelly Paint Pot like usual, did not set it. So I think I'm gonna start off with Adams, the teal shade right here. Woo, there's a lot of kickback in the pan, so you definitely don't have to dip very hard into it. So I'm just dusting the excess off. So that is definitely nice and pigmented. Oh gosh, it matches my earrings perfectly. Wow. This is going on pretty nicely for a deep teal shade. I wonder, do you guys think maybe I want to do a halo eye? I'm thinking I'm gonna do a halo eye. I haven't done that in a while on my channel, or even like in every day when I do my makeup for like work. So I'm thinking a halo is where I'm going with this. So I'm gonna take Adams, I'm sorry, in the inner portion too. There's definitely a lot of kick up in this. So you want to dust the excess off to try to avoid any fallout, especially if you do your face makeup first like I normally do. All right, I think that's good so far. And then I'm gonna take Trappa, the limey matte. I'm gonna use the same brush, but I'm gonna clean it off really quick with my color switch. And I'm just going to concentrate that in the center part. It's going on really nicely too. All right, I'm gonna go back into Adams and just kind of deepen this up, layer it up a little bit more, work on the edges, do this side too. I am experiencing a little fallout from this, but let's try to dust it off. I did powder under, so hopefully it doesn't stain. Yeah, that went right off. All right, I think that looks good so far. I'm gonna do the other eye off camera. I'll be right back. Okay, other eye is done. I think it looks a little crazy right now. Maybe not even on both sides, but who cares? It's good enough, right? So what I'm thinking now is I want to go in with Grim, and then of course we are going to use Handbook in the center. And I want to lay down some glitter primer, the usual. All right, so the glitter primer is laid down. So I'm going to use the same flat brush, and I'm going to go into Grim, and I'm going to pick that up. Oh, picks up pretty nicely on the brush, and I'm going to just use that on the edge, just the outer edge closest to the deep teal. Yes, I think that looks good so far. I'm going to clean this brush off. And I'm going to now go into Sam, and I'm going to use that all in the center. That is such a pretty color. Oh, that is so pretty. This is such a beautiful, like minty color. Oh, I'm going to go back in a little bit with Grim on the edges. Just make sure everything looks blended. All right, I am loving how this look is coming out. So now I'm going to go on the lower lash line, and I'm thinking, do I want to do something different? I think I'm just going to go in with Adams all on the bottom, and then I'll use Trappa to blend out the edges. I'm just going to stamp that on the lower lash line. Hopefully we don't get too much fallout from this. All right, the pigmentation is insane. So I'm going to take the brush I was using before, clean it, and I'm going to use that with Trappa and just blend the edges out. that shade. Ooh, all right, guys, I love this. I think this is so fun and so cool and so bold, but I think I want to do something different in the inner portion. I think I want to use one of these purple shades as the inner corner, and then maybe put like a purple in the waterline just to add some more interest. Is that gonna be weird? It just might be. It just might be, but I think I want to go with Apparition, or do I want to go with Zero? I think I want to go in with Apparition in the inner corner. So I'm going to pick it up, this pencil brush, but I am going to wet it because I want it to be super like high shine, but I just wanted to do something a little different. Woo, I love that. Adds a little bit of lavender to the look. All right, I think that was an interesting choice to go with the lavendery shade in the inner portion, and I like it. So I want to use a lavender liner. I don't know if that's gonna look weird, but then that might tie in the inner corner with the purple, and we'll just see if it works. Try something different, you know. So let me find a like flat brush. I definitely have to clean my brushes so bad, but I'm gonna go in. This is from Lethal Cosmetics. This is their gel liner in Reverb. Their gel liners are phenomenal. I've been so obsessed with like using their gel liners lately. Is that even going on? I can't tell. Do you guys like that? I think the purple looks really cool in the waterline. It adds just something different. I could have gone in with like a green liner, but I think this is just more fun. So what I'm gonna do is do some liner, do my mascara, figure out something for the lips off camera, and I will be right back. Okay, my loves, here is the finished look, and it is so fun. It is so different, it's so bold, and I feel like putting the lavender liner and the lavender in the inner corner just took this look to the next level and made it even more interesting. I mean, it was interesting enough on its own, but the lavender just gave it a more unique little touch. But what I did off camera was I used the liquid liner from, I think it's Queen Beauty or Queen Cosmetics, but this is the Dragon liner. I will link it below, and everything that I mentioned here today in case you're interested in any of these products. And then for my lips, I went in with the ColourPop BFF liner. I've just been reaching for this a lot lately, and then I went in with this lip gloss from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Now the shade is gone, but I think this was called Toffee. I've had this for so long, and I used to love this gloss, so I tried to use it again today. Now it probably expired because it has somewhat of a weird scent to it, and of course I shouldn't have put it on my lips, but I did anyways. But it's like a perfect nudie gloss, super pigmented, nice and glossy. But I will definitely have to probably get a new one in this, but if I can find it, I will link it below. And then for the lashes, I went in with the Chanel lash, or no, it's called the La Base Mascara Primer, and then I went in with my Nabla Major Pleasure Mascara. I love this thing, and that was all I did off camera. So let me just go right into my final thoughts so we can wrap this video up. I really like this palette. From first impressions, it performed really well. The mattes are super pigmented. They are very powdery, and there's a lot of kick up in the pan, so if that's something you don't like, you would probably hate that about this palette. But if you don't care about that, then it's totally fine. I think that the shadows perform just fine, and I feel like more powdery formulas usually are more blendable. I mean, I really don't mind kick up as long as I don't have any like staining issues, which I didn't have. I did have a little fallout, but it just dusted right away. But if you're worried about something like that, you would definitely want to do your eye makeup first when using this palette. And the metallics were really nice. They were super high shine, a nice creamy metallic formula. I used most of the shades in this palette. The only two shades I haven't used is Spooky and Dairy, but from the shades that I did use, I feel like the quality is really nice on this, and I love the color story, and I love how this look came out. The only thing I would say is that I feel like a lot of people might be apprehensive from picking this up in the future because of how long it took for these palettes to come out. I mean, 5 months is a really long time to wait for a palette, and I know that there were a lot of circumstances behind why it took so long, with like delays with COVID, having only one person on the brand making these products and not having like a press machine and doing handmade things, and they weren't expecting to get such a big order flow from people. I guess this palette was hyped up more than they expected, and it just ended up being a lot for such a small indie brand. I just hope that with the changes that they've made by hiring more employees, by having a facility, by having a press machine, that they'll be able to get products out faster to the customer, because I know that that will discourage a lot of people from shopping from the brand if they feel like they're always gonna have to wait really long to get the product, or if things are gonna constantly sell out because they can't meet the demand. That is my only thoughts on it, but I do think Beautbean did an amazing job with this palette. Her color story selection, everything was really good, and I had fun playing with this, so I definitely think it's worth it if you can get your hands on it. I think that you would love it if you like very pigmented mattes and creamy metallics, and you like to play with color, and these like colors speak to you, then I think you would have a good time with this. But anyways guys, that was my first impressions on this palette. Let me know in the comments below, did you end up picking up this palette? Did you finally get it in the mail or not? Or just your overall thoughts on everything, or the look I created today. I love hearing from all of y'all. And if you're new here and you like fashion, makeup, beauty, and all that fun stuff, please hit that subscribe button and join this little family we got going on, and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. And don't forget to check out the description below. I'll have all the makeup I used today linked below. I'll have the palette linked. I'll have other makeup videos or other videos I've done on my channel that you might be interested in, as well as my contact information. I am also on Instagram as Breezy Lifestyle and Breezy_Beauty if you want to check out my Instagram pages and join that family over there as well. I would really love that. But that was everything guys. I just hope you are doing well wherever you are in the world, and just sending you love and light. But until next time, bye guys.